Hey folks, it's Pete Thorn. Thanks for joining me. I'm here today to show you guys the Odie handmade pedal, made in Florida in the good old USA, and very, very reasonable price, I should say, right out of the gate for a handmade in the USA Overdrive. It's definitely firmly in the TS9 or 808 camp as far as overdrives go, but with some really, really cool options that allow you to fine-tune the tone of the pedal for your application. So it's got a traditional assortment of controls for a pedal like this, with a drive, a volume, and a tone, but then you've got these two switches that allow you to tailor the tone of the pedal. So there's a texture switch, and that allows you to pick the style of clipping. You've got either a clean boost mode, an asymmetrical clipping mode, asymmetrical diode clipping mode, or an asymmetrical MOSFET clipping mode. And then you've also got this voicing switch here for the tone of the pedal. You've got a flat setting, a boosted mid setting, that's kind of the traditional, TS style tone, and then you've also got a boosted low setting. So that's real nice for maybe you got like a little combo amp or something. You want to bump up the low end when you hit the overdrive and get more like a closed back type sound. So I used the Odie for all the guitar parts at the beginning of the video. I was running into a couple different amps. My PT100 was set real clean, and I used the Odie for all the overdrive. And I was also running into my Shure SL68 where I had this amp set crunchy, and then I was boosting it using the boosted mid setting on the Odie to kind of push it into lead territory. So let's examine some of those tones and more now. It's the Odie Overdrive. Here we go. Okay, so first up I want to show you guys the texture switch and the voicing switch and how much you can affect the tone with those. So I got the pedal set up for just kind of a basic straight up overdrive voicing here, and I'm playing through my PT100 amp on the clean channel with my Shure Classic S. And here's the sound with no pedal first. Okay, turning on the Odie. Okay, so first up, the voicing switch. So there's a 3-position voicing switch. It's in the flat setting right now. Here's what it sounds like in the boosted mid setting. And back to the flat setting. Okay, so big difference there. It obviously lops off some lows and boosts up those mids in the boosted mid setting. And then there's also one more setting, which is a fat setting of boosted lows. So let's switch to that. Okay, so that really bumps up the low end and might be useful, plugged into a combo amp or something like that that you want to get a bigger tone out of. Okay, so let's investigate. I'm going to go back to the flat position on the voicing switch. Now let's investigate this texture switch. Okay, so I'm switched into the diode clipping setting right now. What I want to do is turn the volume way down on the pedal. I'm going to turn the drive way up so that you can hear very clearly the different drive characteristics that the texture switch gives you. Okay, so now I got the volume way down on the pedal. And this is not normally how I would set the pedal to use it for a good tone, but I want to show you what the basic differences are in the types of drive you can get out of the pedal. Okay, so this is the asymmetrical diode clipping. Okay, I'm going to switch to the MOSFET asymmetrical clipping. Okay, so you hear the level drops right away and things actually get more saturated and a little darker. So I'm going to turn up the volume a bit to compensate for that. Okay, I'll turn the volume back down, back to the diode. Back to the MOSFET. Okay, so right away you can hear, I think, how the MOSFET clipping has sort of a slightly warmer tone, and it's a little bit less open. The whole signal is a little bit more distorted, whereas in the diode clipping, it's almost like you're hearing a bit of the clean tone mixed in or something. It's a little more open, but there's still quite a bit of grind. Now switching to the middle setting on this switch, you're going to get the clean boost mode. Okay, all of a sudden things get a lot louder because now you're not getting the diode clipping or the MOSFET clipping to limit the output. So I'm going to turn the volume down now for that. Okay, so this is going to give you the most big sort of open sound. Like I say, I would never set up the pedal to run like this, but I really like that middle setting, which is kind of the clean boost mode. And you can run, you know, the drive on about half, the volume on about half in that clean boost mode, and it kicks the front end of the amp really nice, and you just get this great big open tone with more sustain, and things get bigger. Okay, so now that we've explored some of the tonal options on the pedal, I'm going to dial the pedal in for some different sounds that I think sound really good. Here we go. Thanks for watching my video on the Odie Overdrive. It's hard to find a pedal that does this much stuff for such a reasonable price these days, so I think this is a terrific option for your dirty guitar texture needs. And you can check it out at the website you see on your screen there now. And please come back and see me for some more videos, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. I'd really appreciate it. I am Pete Thorn, and I hope to see you real soon. Take care.